And I can hear people right now in the comments like, she is so bitter, she's been hurt. Baby, yes, I have been hurt, but I'm not bitter. I'm just no longer delusional, okay? In 2023, the dating scene right now is just Hunger Games, and it's just gonna keep getting worse. It is literally survival of the fittest. You eat or you get eaten. And the only way to avoid getting eaten and to keep eating is to make sure you know what you're up against. Know your map.
So let me stop it right there. And we'll get back into the video, but the dating game is straight killed, or eat or be eaten. That's really what it is. For me personally, I feel bad for people that's coming into the dating game in 2023. Because if you've never been played, ghosted, if you don't put yourself first, if you don't understand, people's actions versus their words, when you don't understand the nuances and don't understand how to deal with people, understand the red flags, understand how to fall back, if you don't understand these things, you're going to suffer. Because when someone picks up in this dating game that you don't know what you're doing or you don't know your value, they're going to use it against you.
Your playing field in order to be successful. With that being said, don't put your eggs all in one basket. We do not live in a society today's date where people are choosing to be exclusive.
And let me point out what she just said about not putting all your eggs in one basket. Anytime I met a new woman that I really liked, I will put my all into her. I'm trying to text her, I'm trying to get where, I'm trying to see her, I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to do that. And when you put all that pressure onto somebody, it's overbearing. And this is why when you're dating, it is best to have multiple options. Because when you put all your eggs into one basket, you're relying on that one person to be everything. And I'm not saying that there's one person out there that can't be the everything for you. But what I'm saying is it's better when you're not relying on just one person unless you have something established with that person already. Because what happens is, man, when we really like somebody, man, like that's all we want. We want that one person. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just having multiple people we can have. There's nothing wrong with dating and having fun with multiple people. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you're exclusive, that's a different story, right? There's nothing wrong with that. You gotta have the abundance mentality. How do you get that abundance mindset? By focusing on you, understanding that you're valuable. You're just as valuable as that woman. Just because she looked good and got something fat back there, that doesn't mean she's more valuable than you. But if you can't control your sexual energy, your sexual drive, then you're gonna look at her as that. And now naturally you're gonna put her on a pedestal because you like her a lot. And you already that's scarcity mindset. You gotta have an abundance mindset out here. That's the only way to survive. You can't take rejection personally. You know what I'm saying? You can't press people. And you just gotta learn how to weed people out that's not for you. And you also gotta have standards for yourself. You gotta have standards for yourself. If somebody's giving you to run around, you gotta dip, you gotta walk away. This is what she means when she says the game is cutthroat. Because it's hard to just sit down and just explain all of this to somebody. A lot of this stuff that I'm preaching is based off me experiencing it. It's me failing. You gotta fall in love with the failure. Man, I done failed so many times, it's ridiculous. I didn't have so many failures, but guess what? I learned from them, so they're not technically failures, they're technically dubs.
I am telling you that man or that woman has somebody who is having great sex with them. They also have somebody who they can call and get intimate with. They also have somebody who they can go on dates with. Nobody is putting their eggs in one basket. And if you put your eggs in one basket, I promise you, you're gonna keep getting ghosted. And you're gonna keep getting your little feelings hurt and saying, oh, all the men are trash. No. And coming from a black woman, I was like the type where I was thinking like only black men.
So let me translate what she's saying. As a dude, when we meet a woman we really like, right? What you gotta understand is people have people they already rock with already. So knowing that if you try to go into that person's life and you're trying to fight for position, it's going to be a major turnoff. It's almost like you're coming off as desperate. Versus you going into the situation, you reaching out to the woman. If I meet a woman, hey, I would definitely love to meet up. We can go for a walk in the park, go grab a smoothie. Let me know what you think. Let me know, what days are open. If she says, hey, I got Wednesday and Thursday open, cool, you make the date. But if she hits you with, I gotta check my schedule, I'm not sure, I got this, I'm going out of town next weekend, all you do is hit her with the cool, let me know when you're free. You leave it at that. That's part of the game. You know what I'm saying? What you gotta understand is when you come into this game and you meet new people have stuff going on already. You know what I'm saying? They already got a group of people they hang out with. A woman may have dudes she's rocking with already. So when you come in, it's just very important to keep it cool. Don't press it.
Everybody's out here getting played. Anybody who's trying to be exclusive is getting played. So what do? If you want to date in today's world, make sure that you have a person in every category. Make sure you got a person who takes you on dates. You got a person who has good sex. You have a person who does this. And
now I definitely agree with that to a certain extent, right? I think a lot of people get into relationships for different reasons. And a lot of these different reasons I personally feel like are the wrong reasons. I think people get into relationships because it may look cool for the gram. I think a lot of people get into relationships because they're desperate. A lot of people get into them because it was their only option. So they're afraid to be alone. I think a lot of these situations is AKA scarcity mindset. And like she said, a lot of people that are trying to get in relationships, it's not happening. You're getting played. And that's a fact. That's why you gotta have an abundance mindset. Now, I'm not sitting here saying there's anything wrong with relationships because I want to get married. I also to understand the importance of picking the right partner. So for me, I will continue to date until that right partner is there. I'm not finna just get married because my parents want me to get married. I'm not finna get married because my sister want me to get married. I'm not finna get married because society tells me I need to get married. No, I'm gonna get married because Josh wants to. And until then, I will be single and dating and dealing with the woman I deal with. I felt like this woman, she did a very good breakdown of saying all of this because I say this all the time to people that's around me, like the dating game is cutthroat. Therefore, to counteract that, you have to be the best version of yourself and be better than your best every single day. You gotta be in the gym. You gotta work on your swag. You know what I'm saying? You gotta make sure your hygiene's on point. You gotta make sure you keep fresh cuts, good skin. You gotta make sure that you're working on your mindset. You gotta make sure you're working on them insecurities. You gotta make sure you're getting experience dating. You gotta make sure that you're out, put yourself out there. You have to get as much experience as possible so that way you know what to look out for. Because remember what she said early on, it's either eat or be eaten. That's how it is out here. Because at the end of the day, people are going to do what's best for them. So if you come in on some desperate stuff, acting like you ain't never had a meal, you're going to be eating. Versus is when you come in with an abundance mindset and you don't need nobody, when you come in with that attitude, that's how you win. That's the attitude you gotta have. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have that weed out mentality, but you gotta have standards for yourself. I know for me, and I'm gonna do a video on this, probably gonna drop tomorrow, but I know for me, on a first date, if you're not willing to do coffee, walk in the park, go get a smoothie, go get some ice cream, I'm good. Because I'm not finna spend $1,000 on you on a date when I don't know you. Been there, done that. And that's how you weed people. That for me, that's how I weed women out initially. Because that way, okay, at least if the woman is willing to go get a coffee date with me, at least I know she's interested in me. Versus if I go take you to Capital Grill on the first date, I don't know if you're really interested in me or this food that we about to get. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know which one you interested in, baby girl. So for me, that's why I say you gotta learn how to weed people out. When you learn how to weed people out, you get a higher efficiency. You get a higher rate of winning. You know what I'm saying? You're able to weed people out quicker. Okay, this woman right here, she's not willing to go to the walk in the park for me. Push to the side. Oh, but this woman over here, she's interested in me. Okay, she's willing to go get a smoothie with me. All right, cool. Now, as long as we go on a date and everything correlates, we can, you know what I'm saying, further things. And that's how you gotta operate. You can't come off as thirsty. You can't come off as desperate. A lot of us dudes, we act like we ain't never seen something fat back there before. Come on, man. At the end of the day, you gotta control your sexual energy. You gotta work on yourself, and you gotta get experience. All right, guys, that's my video for today, man. I appreciate you guys for coming over to the channel. As always, guys, make sure you continue to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And I'm gone.